Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rihanna and here on Reread It, I review, discuss, and summarize books that I have read and let you guys know if it's worth a reread or not. So today's video is going to be a little bit different from my normal book reviews. As you can see by the title, I'm going to be leaving home for 3 months and I can only take a few books from my collection. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys which books I decided to take. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting with book number 1, this is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. I've actually read this book once before in high school. It was an assigned reading that we had, and I read it, I believe, in my sophomore year, so it's been about 10 years since then. I do remember roughly what this one is about, however, I don't remember much of the details in it, so I'm really looking forward to this one and just experiencing the nostalgia of rereading this. Moving on to book number 2, this is OverTreated by Shannon Brownlee. I actually just saw this one on the Thrift Books website and decided to give it a try because based on the cover and the summary that they provide, it seemed like a book that is right up my alley. I haven't really looked into this one too much. Like I said, I only read the summary that they provide on the website and on the back of the book here. I have a feeling it's going to be a great book. Next up, we have book number 3. This is The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. I've heard about this one a lot and I actually got to read a little bit of it last year, but I never finished the book. I only got about a quarter of the way through, but I do remember I was really enjoying the book and all the information that I was learning from it. So I'm actually really looking forward to finishing it this time, and I'm just going to start fully fresh from the beginning. That way I can remember the entire book as a whole. I think this one and Fahrenheit 451 are the books that I'm looking forward to reading the most. Next, we have book number 4. This is The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. This is a pretty popular book that I heard about in high school, and I actually tried reading it back then, but I didn't really like it much then, and I never finished it. But I have grown a lot mentally and spiritually since high school, so I'm going to go ahead and give this book another try, and I have a feeling that I'll actually like it a bit more this time around. And lastly, this is book number 5. It is The Three Waves of Volunteers by Dolores Cannon. I mentioned in one of my other videos that the Dolores Cannon books were really recommended by this lady on TikTok that I came across named JK Ultra. She has a lot of videos on Dolores Cannon's books, and this was one of the ones that was mentioned. I actually have read one other Dolores Cannon book and I didn't really like it too much, but I'm going to go ahead and give this one a try because it's a different style, so I'm hoping that I'll like this one more than the other one. So my reading goals for this year have been 2 books per month. And since I'm going to be traveling for 3 months, I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic with my goals while I'm gone. And I'm going to be doing a lot of different things, so I probably won't have time to really read 2 books per month. So I'm only going to take these 5 books this time. And I also had to be mindful because I'm going to be taking planes and they do weigh your luggage and things like that. So I have to be mindful of how many books I'm taking. So that's another reason that I only picked 5 for this trip. I did try to pick books that were a bit thicker. As you can see, most of these are pretty thick books, except for The Four Agreements. This is the shortest book, and I believe it is 130 pages. So all of the other books are about 200 plus, and I'm hoping that they'll last me the full 3 months. So my plan is to read ebooks if I finish these 5 books while I'm gone. I don't know if I will finish them or not. I'm going to do my best to fully finish each one at least. And I will be doing reviews on all of these books when I get back from the trip, so be on the lookout for that on my channel. I do prefer to read actual books, which is why I am taking these instead of just doing ebooks or Audible books. But if I finish these, I'll go ahead and do an ebook or an Audible book instead, so that I can continue on my reading goals for the year. It was really hard for me to narrow down just 5 books to take on this trip, so I tried to pick the ones that I've been looking forward to reading the most. If you've read these books before, go ahead and leave a comment down below on what you thought about them and if you liked them. And also, I'm curious to know what you guys do when you go on trips. Do you take actual books with you? Do you do ebooks, audiobooks, or do you just stop reading altogether until you get back from your vacation? This is going to be my first long trip away from home since I started reading, so this is going to be kind of like my trial and error on if I prefer taking the actual books with me or if I find it to just be too hard. So I'll go ahead and let you guys know my experience when I get back. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment down below if you have any book recommendations for me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!